get my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Drown out my problems, let me When up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. To the delight of this sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go now. 16 on it. 16 on it. Let's go. Set up.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The tackle by Quan Alexander. A gain of 2. Brings
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mixon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Walker. Airing one out for Boyd. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
11.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game. And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads, and you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. On 2nd down, Samuel. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell, and he's into the clear. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 from Bengals TV.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Bullet good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
On play action, now Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, and a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
Mike, here we go. Black 80! 6!
They'll run on first down. Samuel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run with Mixon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taking it about the 16. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Let's go.
So first and 10 after a big mistake on fourth down with a penalty. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Here we go. 11.
Second and 9 at the 35-yard line.
6, pull it high.
On second and 9, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. On first down, Mixon. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 5.
Third down from the gun, Dalton. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here? The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, an 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. Oh, he sheds himself free. The 40, 30, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway.
11.
They'll run on first down. Samuel, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Mostert. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
21.
Now Mostert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there and now second down.
13.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here we go. Like 20. 65. Hey, team 6.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of play.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 2nd and 13, Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a room to maneuver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Come on, fellas.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, a gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
On first down, Samuel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go. 21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Right here.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Now a toss going left, and he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's loose again. He's at the 40, the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Again, helping partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And the 49er hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
11. Hey,
on 2nd and 2, Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll run on first down. Samuel, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I got you, boy.
Here's Mostert. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On first down, Samuel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 22 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Here we go. 180! 6-man. Check girls. Jim. 21.
They'll run on first down. Samuel, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's Garoppolo to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustmts.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Dalton. Going deep downfield and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, 65 yards. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. And before they can get the play off, here's a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball. That's their first of this second half. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Jesse Bates, who led the Bengals in tackles as a rookie, there to make the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
21.
From the 16, Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Buzz. 56, the mock, boys. 56. Check 56. And here we go. Watch it.
Throwing again. Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. 23 yards the pickup there.
Here we go.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
21.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 41 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, box drop.
Check your hot read.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93.
To throw again. Dalton. And his throw here's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame. Throwing,
Dalton. And a big loss falls here as he's taken down. Dee Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. Get Amy! Come on, let's go.
On 1st down, Samuel. And an alley to run. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, 40 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for a trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Dalton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Play action. Garoppolo going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Niners 53, Bengals 42. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm about to take you to school. Mike 56.
Hey, Echo. Go.
Throwing again. Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Samuel. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man is born. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it? As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week. Boss man. Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
That's the score. Niners 60. Bengals 42.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a...
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Hey, alert! 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 Hey, Delta!
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Niners 67, Bengals 42. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Andy Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 46.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A gain of 21 yards.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
21. Here we go.
Garoppolo looking to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on 1st down. Samuel. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on.